Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's show where we're going to be talking a lot about Mother's Day, big event in the calendar. I'm joined by Thomas, as always. Thomas, how are you?
Aidan, I'm great, thanks. I hope everybody's okay out there. And yes, indeed, Mother's Day, the Mother's Day UK. Mother's Day UK. Mother's Day UK, Aidan, is on the
14th
14th of
March.
So it's up and coming. Just put Aidan on the spot there. 14th of March. So Mother's Day UK, United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, also Ireland. Don't forget that. So the first really big, yes, we've had Valentine's Day. Yes, Valentine's Day is a day where you can make some sales, but now is really the first big event of the Mother's Day calendar. So Mother's Day, many different countries have Mother's Days. A lot of countries, if not all, I'm not sure, but a lot. And the UK and Ireland Mother's Day really kicks it off. So you can use this as an opportunity to test, optimize, and then for the other ones, you can translate into other languages and get it ready. Often overlooked Mother's Day UK, because I think in the United States it's in May and people just assume that it's the same everywhere. But this isn't Mom Day, MOM Day. This is Mother's Day UK. And right now there's a brilliant opportunity for sellers across the world, UK sellers and from everywhere else. And that opportunity is because the pound, the British pound sterling, is very high against the US dollar, the greenback as it's known, and other currencies. So if you're there, you're watching this and you're thinking, how do I maximize my profits? Well, you can sell say a t-shirt in the UK at 18 or 19 pounds 99 pence real money, and the exchange rate last time I checked was around $1.39, $1.40. Might have slipped a little bit now. These things fluctuate, but certainly the highest that it's been for many years. And that means you can really maximize your profits. The UK is the #1 market in the world right now to be selling into because of that exchange rate. So wherever you are, even if you're in the UK, you still want to maintain your UK pounds and their high value. But if you're anywhere else in the world, when it transfers back to your currency, for instance, against the Thai baht, it's at 140. It's at 40 baht to the pound. Et baht. There's a little bit of Thai for you out there. Shout out to Thailand. America at $1.40 and rising. So really great time, really great opportunity to concentrate on what will be a selling and buying bonanza, I'm sure, in the UK in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I think that leads to our sort of first question or first topic to discuss. Why should you launch a Mother's Day campaign? How big can it be? Right, I know we've sort of hinted on it there.
It was the mother of all sales events. Everybody has many people have a mother. Many people have a daughter. Grandparents also kind of come into this, and you've got the triple whammy of grandchild, grandmother, parent. It's huge. The current situation in current year means that people it's not as easy to travel as maybe we would all like, meaning that visiting relatives is more difficult. A lot of money is spent in presents for this occasion, and it's the perfect Valentine's Day. People tend to give more jewelry. Yes, you can get a funny mug, some print-on-demand design, but traditionally, and it should change because receiving a print-on-demand gift is the best experience in the world. Everyone loves it, especially when it's personalised with your name on. So you can get somebody a Fabergé egg. I mean, everyone's done that. That's so 19th century, but you can't get a Fabergé egg with your own name on it. So that's where print-on-demand comes in. So Valentine's Day, a little bit less so of a key sales event, but Mother's Day is beautiful because you can put the name, you can put a message, you can put your name, there's a real level of personalization. Aidan's dog is loving this live stream, very excited at the prospect of selling Mother's Day's products this year, as he should be. So shout out to Marco.
He's so excited, he's barking mad. There we go.
So
we've got to go there.
We'll get to pets and how this can tie into Mother's Day as well in a moment, but it's a huge opportunity here with mugs, personalization, cushions, even some wall art. There's some opportunity for some wall art sales. You tie it all in. The sloppier the message, mother, I love you, thank you so much for life, and all of this kind of thing. And then you tie it together. You can send it from, you have siblings, brothers and sisters, so you can group together. People can group together, so you can do it as a group present, and then have the from as like 3 names.
Yeah.
Again, very powerful. You can tie it into niches. You can tie it into all sorts of things. But yes, it's much more of a POD, a print on demand sales event than Valentine's. So it really is the kickoff to the year.
I mean, not to go into it in too much detail, but I mean, I haven't seen my closest, my initial family, my parents now for coming up to a year. So obviously, I think that mixed with being so far away and etc., it's really going to just drive up demand for all of these things. People are going to be looking out for this stuff. So it's the people who really get testing the designs now are really going to hammer it home and get probably a lot more than last year. Last year, a bit of an inside look behind the curtain of me obviously working with some of the top guys and girls. Some of these guys and girls were selling between 1,000 to 3,000 units a week. Right, that's a lot of money. But yeah, moving on to
a lot of happy mothers as well, and a lot of happy buyers. So
mothers.
With your advertising copy here, because when somebody orders from Moteefe, we've got a worldwide supply chain. We have suppliers in the UK, so they're locally produced, locally delivered. You can put in there, you send it directly. It can be shipped directly to your mother. You don't have to, you don't have to take it yourself, then take it to the post office and then do all of that. It can be straight from our production facilities, straight to the receiver of the gift. So it really much better than other things. You'd have to order it yourself. You have to send it. You don't need all this. We send it straight there. Personalization, that will work. You can make mention of the grab this with your siblings in your advertising copy, like group together, buy it. There's lots of cross sell. You should be using a white label store on Moteefe. That's the best way. You could if you've got an existing store, you can have a category within that store. There's a way of setting up a category. Just check it. It's right there as you go through the store edit process, and you can have Mother's Day as a separate category. You can tie Mother's Day into the existing niche that you're in. So yes, some mothers will be fishing, but also if it's a fishing niche, you can say that the mother is like a fishing widow. Widow is another word for somebody, a woman that's lost her husband, and she hasn't actually lost him. She just lost him to the fishing. So there's within every niche, there's, even if the main participants in that niche aren't necessarily mothers themselves, you'll be able to tie those messaging in. So things like every hobby, soccer mums is a big thing in the United States. Whatever the mother's interest is, whatever the people around her's interest is, can be tied into some really cool ideas.
One of my favorite ones is the trend, and I think it's still going strong, of dog mothers or dog mums.
Yes, that's.
I am a dog father. So for Father's Day, I'll be looking for the best custom text, print on demand product. I expect it, no less.
Yes, so. And also this year, well, the last 12 months have seen a lot of people purchasing or acquiring or getting their hands on a pet of some description. Pet rock, pet dog, pet cat, gerbil, hamster. Not sure what the difference is between a gerbil and a hamster, but there definitely is one. All sorts of pets. So this would be, you can tie this into the first Mother's Day with being the mother of that pet, which is a pretty powerful thing. You could even have a cross sell there where it's like the father, related, the same design, but for the father. So you might be able to sell both at the same time. But definitely people that have just purchased an animal or acquired an animal in the last 12 months, that can be tied into the fact it's their first Mother's Day. Happy first Mother's Day as the mother of this beast. That's the right narrative, isn't it? That's the right messaging for pet owners.
Yeah. I mean, it can work.
This cute, this bundle of fur,
bundle of joy.
bundle of fur.
very
No, but seriously,
yes.
tying that in and looking for those opportunities. You know, there have been millions. Aidan's close to the dog market. I think he's constantly looking at the over and under on purchasing another dog, and prices have risen. How much are prices up, Aidan?
They've doubled.
Doubled.
So I may have been doing some quick on the spot research, but I know personally for the breed that my dog is a Boston Terrier. They go for around £1,500, but since the lockdown, they're now going for £3,000. So they've doubled. And not only that, with the most popular breed, or one of the most upcoming popular breeds, French Bulldogs, you could be looking to pay £3,200 for those at the moment, because they're so in demand. And
there you are.
That's it. And it's because people can charge those prices because I think I read last year, dog ownership went up by something like 70%.
Wow. And this was already a country that loved a dog, loved a pet. So UK, huge market now for first time pet owners, and this is the first Mother's Day of them having the pet. Don't forget, Mother's Day was early last year, so it was before a lot of this buying activity and acquiring of animals had occurred. So that would be the messaging. I'd get out there, I'd test and test and test, and once you've got a design that works for one niche dog breed, whatever you've got, bang, you've got it. You just transfer that design over, a bit more artwork, rabbit, puppy's a dog, rabbit, cat, hamster, cricket, people, no, probably not. Stick insect. Yeah, there we are. See, great minds. No rehearsals, unscripted.
Improv, innit? It's improv.
Indeed, bruv. Right. There must be a well of excitement building in the comments. Aidan, do you want to give any shout outs?
Let's go for it. We've got some good questions as well. One good question that we want to ask. So, hi Olivier, hi Vitor, hey Anna, hey Bas. Thanks for popping on. Press the like button, please. Thank you. So the first good question: have you got any tips for Facebook targeting for Mother's Day?
Well, this is a question that comes. It's a good question. This is a question that comes up very often. How do I target for Mother's Day? Now, what people are trying to do here is they're trying to sort of target all mothers with a general design that isn't targeted on anything. It's like, I love my mum. Now, that can work. But the powerful targeting is where you're tying it into a niche. So who are the people that are likely to have parents that are still around and also be buyers? So you're wanting to target people that are old enough to make a purchase, so they've got a credit card. So don't target children in general.
Yeah.
So 18 and above, but I would say probably 21 and above, up to the age where people start to unfortunately just cease to have parents that are still around. So that sort of sweet spot of 21 to 40-ish, something, you can push it higher, but that 40 then you start to get into the parents themselves, maybe grandparents. There are grandparents out there, so that's the kind of ages. Your general age range is around there. You can try targeting older as well with a broader range, but then you start to get like grandparents tagging grandkids that you should get this for your mum, and then all that kind of thing going on. But broadly, you want to target that area. You can target the parents themselves. So families are more likely, like, myself as a lone wolf wandering around, I might forget that it's Mother's Day. But if I was, maybe sort of locked down with a couple of kids and a hamster and a stick insect, then I might be more in the mindset. So you might want to target people that are in relationships. Maybe if they're parents themselves, it's on their mind. Maybe the husband would buy it for the wife would buy it for the husband, or whatever way round you're doing it. For Father's Day, a little bit more so, I suppose, there. But So you want to target the niche, you want to target the age range. There are some, it's probably a Mother's Day. I think there is, like, you can target Mother's Day or Christmas buyers or family related things in there that you could try and mix in. But generally, most people do have parents in that age range, so you're pretty safe for targeting. Once you get, if you were trying to target something where it was maybe like an uncle, not everybody has an uncle or a second cousin or something, that kind of stuff is more difficult to target, but this kind of stuff is a bit easier, because you broad scope of people that have a living parent in that range.
Most people do have a mother or are a mother, other than Batman, unfortunately.
Don't target Batman.
No, don't target Batman. So, any more questions, guys? Feel free to just add them in the comments. That question was from one of the heavy hitters. That was from Bram. That one, Thomas.
Bram, hey Bram, good to see you on the live stream again. Keep up the great work, and I think we're going to have an amazing year. I hope you've got your Mother's Day UK designs ready. And just a note there on what kind of designs work here. Well, yes, you can go for sort of a very Swiss style typography based design. That might work. Like really high quality typographical stuff could work. But your base here, your base level is hearts, a little bit of a calligraphy font, but keep it readable. There's two things that make a design sell. It's the being targeted to somebody, so it raises an emotion in them, as we know. If it makes them cry, it makes them buy. But also the readability of the text. It doesn't matter how well you've constructed your little phrase and your thing. If you've got all of these spirally letters that no one can read as they're scrolling through Facebook at 500 miles an hour, which is the average speed of a scroll, I think, it won't catch their eye enough to slow them down. So they've got to be able to read it quickly. So keep it readable. Yes, you can do a little flourish there with the design. Keep it readable. Make it big. You want to get the ad zoomed in on the product, right in. So whether it's a T-shirt, a mug, a cushion, some wall art, whatever, you want to fill the advert area with the text, so it's immediately readable. And that should set you in good stead. Lighter colors, maybe traditionally print on demand, we're talking about black T-shirts and darker T-shirts, and that's because on a screen the colors pop out more, so your design will pop out more on a darker T-shirt. But for Mother's Day, I would say that you want to be a little bit lighter and introduce some reds and some hearts and some, that kind of thing, maybe a little bit of roses. You don't want to get too weird. It's not Valentine's Day, let's put it like that, but you can walk a line here and get quite a effeminate design. Or feminine design.
And on that, when it comes to designs and sort of products and where to put the designs, etc., I'm going to throw a product under the spotlight. It needs a shout out. Cushions kill it every Mother's Day. So if you haven't tried or tested a cushion, I highly recommend trying it and giving it a go. You can charge more for it than you can a mug. You get this bigger margins, and it's a gift that a lot of people buy for their mothers, right? For the last 2 Mother's Days, cushions of sales have skyrocketed. So it's definitely one to give it a go.
And with pricing here, most people have got a good idea of how much they would expect to pay for a T-shirt. Now, some people are paying £40 for a T-shirt. Some people are paying £7 for a T-shirt. Some people are paying £25 for a T-shirt. But most people, if you stop them in the street, they without thinking, they'd be able to give you a pretty good range of what they expect to pay for a T-shirt. Cushions, the buyer doesn't know. You set the bar. It's that design, especially when it's personalized, you can charge more because they don't have as many reference points for how much they should be paying for it. No matter what you charge, if you charged £1, somebody will say it's too expensive. Don't charge £1. So don't worry about wherever you set the price, people are going to say that. Look at the data, be led by the data. But you can, especially with custom text where you can have a personalized item, buyers don't know the price. So you can be quite aggressive in your pricing strategy. I would say you could even go up £26.99, £27.99. You could even try £29.99 for the cushions. The cushions are great quality. They come out really good. They look great. We've got two variations. We have a square cushion and a rectangular cushion. Both of them are great. And these are great presents for Mother's Day for two reasons. One, there's no sizing issues. So you don't have to ring your mother and who knows, some people will know what size their mother is and others won't. You don't need to find out the size, so you can instantly buy it. And also it can be displayed in the home. It can be shown off by the mother, which is a key thing. Oh, my little Johnny bought me this. Oh, isn't he wonderful? Oh, when did you last see him? Oh, I don't know. That kind of thing. So mugs are good for that kind of thing at work, but this sort of stuff, Mother's Day, cushions, be shown off in the home, put on the favorite chair, really quite nice, functional, can sit on it, or well, not sit on it, sort of rest on it. You can sit on it, up to you, but that's the key. Can be shown off, no size restrictions, straight through. Buyer sees it, puts their name in, all of a sudden they've ordered and it's shipped.
I found out that I needed to sit on a cushion to drive my girlfriend's BMW. So there you go. So even I need a cushion, so you could target me. Raya, hey Raya.
Hey Raya.
Good to have you on. Raya has asked a very good question, and I'm annoyed at myself for not asking you myself. The question she's asking is, what is the best time to start advertising for Mother's Day in the UK? When should we start rolling those ads?
I think that you can start testing straight away. We're a month out, 4 weeks out, so you've got a good 2-3 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that to really go for it. 3 weeks. Yes, I would say you want to get testing as soon as possible. Certainly by Monday, you want to really be rocking and rolling with Mother's Day UK. In my Facebook feed, I'm already seeing some products being offered for the event, and I think it's going to be absolutely huge. So right away, no time like the present. It's certainly not too early.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And remember, the key here is that these designs, we've got all of the other Mother's Days coming up across the world. United States, other countries have also got their Mother's Days fairly soon. You can check that out. I think there's a link in the description, possibly, to a bit of a guide. And you take the winning stuff. The winning stuff is the winning stuff. It just needs to be translated into other countries. In the United Kingdom, it's, how do you spell mum in the United Kingdom, Aidan?
M-U-M.
There you are. In America?
M-O-M.
This time round, it's M-U-M. America and North America, Canada. I'm not sure about Australia. I think they're on our side.
I think they are. I think
they're on our side. I think they're on our side. But that's the only difference to the design. Yes, you can write mother out if you like. In fact, try that a little bit longer form. It's a kind of a bit of a difference in the kind of thing that you would do with the word mother or the word mum. The word mother can be incorporated into a sort of a longer message. The word mum is a little bit more direct and more impactful. So, like best mum ever, you wouldn't put best mother ever, maybe, but you might say, dear mother, thank you for such and such, putting up with me for all of these years. I know I'm an awful person, and I promise to return the silver as soon as I can. Yeah.
So just going back to that, just a quick one, and we will be putting some content out there, just some posts of when the different countries have their different Mother's Day. So, and half the reason why you want to get testing your ads now is once you find your winners in the UK, as Thomas was saying, and then you say, all right, this has worked in the UK. You translate it into German, or you ask me, or you ask Anna, or anyone on the Moteefe team, and we'll do the translations for you if we know it's a winner. Translate into German, get the German design done, and then on the 9th of May is Mother's Day in Germany. So you've got them staggered out, so you can start.
So
once you get one winner, you can keep on trucking.
So remember, for UK Mother's Day, set your campaigns up in pound sterling. No matter what, you'll be sold in pound sterling, but you want to get those prices. 19.99, 21.99, 24.99, 27.99, 29.99. There's your broad range of prices. If you go above 30, you might as well go to 33.99 because you're already way above anyway. So you might as well go for it. Don't bother with 31. People aren't going to drop off between 31 and 33. But you want to get it set up there. There's a huge margin available. The pound's skyrocketing, mooning, as they'd say, Lambo time for the pound. And so testing now, you can test though. You need far less sales now to break even than you would have done before from your advertising because the pound's so high. So do take that into consideration when you're looking at your ads manager, when you're considering what profit you're bringing in, and also when you're setting the prices. So massive opportunity.
Yeah, big gains. Do we have any questions? Anyone want to ask us anything at all? Please go ahead. We'll hang on for a second. Have you got any questions, Thomas?
Oh no. I'm going to have the answers, not the questions.
I suppose why you guys are scratching at the keyboard to come up with a question, guys, for inspiration, just have a look at some greeting cards.
Cards,
just check it out. Go there, take some inspiration, see what's hot or what you can adapt, and that's really good. Like if you find some generic greetings cards message, then you're in the gardening niche. Then how do you tie it or put a pun in there for gardening? That's how you're really going to start getting some really winning designs going. Going and flowing. Until when can you advertise to the game time? So
right up to the wire. Pushing. Yep. Because Mother's Day is on a Sunday, so you can run right through. We don't have the cutoff dates quite yet. I'm sure we'll be able to update closer through. But a mother will love to receive a present at any point. Not just mothers are not just for Mother's Day. So even if you pushed it right up, it should be good. The advertising will, as long as you don't say anything like guaranteed delivery for Mother's Day or anything like that. Generally around that time, people will be sending gifts. I'm sure there's many people out there that have completely forgotten about Mother's Day and had to buy something late anyway. So you can really push it.
Yeah, and those people who've forgotten about Mother's Day and are feeling very guilty, they will be welcoming your Facebook ads to remind them.
Indeed.
Welcoming the ads.
Indeed.
So do them a favor and launch them. I think, does that wrap us up for this week, Thomas? Is there anything we may have missed out?
I think we've got it covered, Aidan. I think it's pretty clear on what the way forward is here, and I wish everybody a lot of luck with this. Aidan and Anna, of course, are always available for support. Our support's great. Join us in our group, and of course, the key enabler for all of this is Moteefe, moteefe.com, where you can have your own white label store with a custom domain, a domain name that you own, and leverage our worldwide supply chain of local production so that the orders get to the buyers very quickly. We've got fantastic base prices and we are ramping up for this year. We are going for it. We expect this to be the biggest year in the history of e-commerce, let alone just the history of Moteefe. In fact, in the history of Moteefe is actually more important than the history of e-commerce. This is going to be the biggest year ever, and we're all here to support. So if you want to start selling, reach out to Aidan, reach out to Anna, join our Facebook group, leave a comment down below saying, hey, I want to start, and we'll be in contact.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And if you are watching on YouTube, you'll also see in the comments that there is a free Moteefe ads course that you can watch to help get you started.
There is indeed a free Moteefe Facebook ads course, what we've all been asking for. It's there, it's ready. A lot of people, the data's in. The people that have watched the ads course, their sales went up afterwards. So, no need to thank me, but it does work. So do watch it. Watch it once, watch it twice. We've got... believe there's that's it. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Thank you very much. Take care and stay safe. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.